The chair of our Arkansas State Board of Education, Mireya Reith.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I want to thank the commissioner as well as our governor, Ms. Sables, and to everybody here, including my fellow colleagues on the State Board of Education, for this tremendously humbling privilege to get to speak to you all as our teachers. And so knowing that my colleagues are here as well and that I literally had to fight them out for this opportunity, I do want to ask them to stand because I know many of them are also going to want to congratulate you and speak with you later during the reception. So Dr. Hill, Ms. Sook, and Ms. Newton, if you all will stand and be recognized as well, kindly. Thank you. This opportunity is especially personal to me because I have a very dear friend and classmate who is also in the ranks with you all, a former Teacher of the Year, Justin Minkle, who I'm sure many of you all are familiar with and maybe have had the opportunity to work with. He was a classmate of mine at Fayetteville High School, and I know how important this opportunity, and more importantly, this journey has been for him. He has always been passionate about students and teaching, but to have this focused attention and opportunity to take that to the next level, I've got to be the fruits of what he has given and what he's benefited from this program. And so I thank each of you for putting your name forward and for being part of this. And I feel so grateful to be able to congratulate you all and thank you for this. But I am also the product of the Fayetteville Public School System. And so I am a benefactor of the public education system to which you all have committed and to the teaching profession. But I'm also the daughter of an immigrant, a Mexican immigrant. And I grew up as an English language learner. I was one of those children with whom learned English with my mother and was the one that was sent to the door whenever we had visitors to greet them in the best English possible. But I will say starting school here in the United States was a very daunting idea to me and one that came with some difficulties the first years. But I was extremely fortunate. I didn't have Miss Abels, but I had the equivalent of Miss Abels, Mrs. Donna Menike, who didn't have children herself. But for her, every single child in her classroom was her child. And she was the first person in my life at that very young and formative age that saw me and saw pure potential. And she went that extra mile after school on weekends, giving me those personalized interventions to make sure that I could make the most out of my education. And it's because of her in second grade, for the very first time, I got straight A's. And I'm proud to say that every single year after that, I made straight A's all the way up to graduating #1 in my class at Fayetteville High School. She unleashed a big nerd in me, little did she know. But that day I graduated. All I could channel, all I could do was be thankful to two levels of teachers. One, my home teachers, which were my parents, who gave me the value and the belief that this American dream could be mine too. But also to every single teacher that I had in my life, Mrs. Menike and onward, who kept me pointed on that compass that was pointing toward my potential. So as my millennial staff would say, I know potential is y'all's jam. This is what you all are experts in and what you do. And it's because of that, I know with certainty, that you all are currently educating our future governors, our commissioners, your future chairs of the State Board of Education, but also you're educating our future farmers, our future entrepreneurs, our future business people, and probably most importantly, our future teachers. And so Arkansas, I can say, is great because you all are great and doing amazing things. And so I'm going to conclude my remarks here with a call to action because I'm a community organizer and I don't know how to do things any other way. And I will say we are, once again, in a moment of reform, a moment of change, and hopefully a moment of opportunity with the Elementary and Secondary Student Act. And our Department of Education, and a lot of those leaders represented here, who also are just as passionate about the teaching education as each of us are, they're hosting listening sessions, and they're looking for folks to host listening sessions. And so I'm going to plead with all of you, because there are no better experts in this state than each of you, and the lived experiences that you all have. Please inform us. Please inform the decisions that we are going to make so that we are no longer talking about high-stakes testing, but we're talking about opportunity and unleashing, again, the nerd in each of all of us and that potential, whatever that looks like. because I honestly do believe teaching is the greatest profession, not just for us in Arkansas, in this world, because none of us can achieve our potential without great teachers. So thank you all for what you do, and as the Commissioner and Governor said, I look forward to continuing to celebrate all of you and your successes as we move forward. And I really do look forward, most importantly, to celebrating the profession of teaching, because there really is nothing greater that you can do in terms of service to your communities and to your families. So thank you so much.